This grandma sweatshirt made over 700 sales on Etsy, and this sweatshirt has made over 5,000 sales on Etsy, making over $100,000 in sales. And there are multiple products like this on Etsy that is doing extremely well also. In today's video, I want to share with you top selling products you should focus on for Q4, how to actually find products to speed up your entire design process so you can start creating similar products for you to make sales on Etsy. I want to share this all with you coming up next. All right, so one of the things we definitely want to look at when we come to Etsy is looking at things we can get prepared for the Christmas season. You have to be mindful that most of what will sell well on Christmas or for a gift are going to be things for people. And so I like to start off my searches for things related to people, for instance, people in the family like grandma. And we focus on a specific person like the grandma or the nephew or the great aunt, or obviously the mom or the dad or the big sister or the best friend. There's a lot of opportunities that shows up that we can definitely create for. And again, as we're getting prepared for the Christmas season, these things don't necessarily have to be Christmas designs, but definitely being mindful that these things can be gifted as items for the Christmas season. And so as we go down, there are a lot of different styles of grandma sweatshirts that are doing well, but specifically the type of designs that will do well are these designs here that incorporate just not the person's name, like we have obviously grandma, but we actually have some type of popular phrase at the bottom along with some type of personalization on the sleeve or in the design itself. And so when it comes down to things like these, for instance, how we have this shirt where it says this grandma and we have a popular phrase, we can see there's 6 people who bought this in the last 24 hours, and we can see some additional information. This has made 100 sales in the last 30 days and almost 800 sales just in the lifetime of a listing. And so when we see this, right, it's the basic inclination to say, wow, this is doing well, let me copy this. But that is not how you make sales. I like to look at multiple best-selling products and see what are they doing well and what are some areas I can combine to offer something of more value that may not be represented here. So I can see this is obviously doing well here. Again, we talked about adding in that specific person that we're focusing on, which is grandma, but notice how they took the actual name of grandma and put in this unique type of doodle art design here, bringing in some floral style to our design. That I think is going to be a winner in the type of designs that we create. We see again the popular phrase at the bottom and the custom names on the sleeves. Now I think we can do something even better here, still taking upon this design theme with the grandma in this doodle type of graphic in the middle, but I think adding in another popular phrase might do well also. And here is another sweatshirt. We can see 2 people bought this in the last 24 hours. We can see just in the past 30 days, it has received 181 sales in lifetime sales here, almost 6,000 sales. If we did some math, you will see that the sweatshirts are starting off at $21 and they range between $21 and $26. They're charging about $8.15 for shipping. And we can say this shirt is being sold for about $29. So just think about this. If this sweatshirt has sold 5,893 times, that means this sweatshirt alone has sold well over $100,000 just for this product by itself. So when we do find these popular products here, we definitely need to take note of what they're doing well and how we can add more value to this one. And again, this is what I mean by bringing up more than one design so we can learn from a multitude of designs and bring in something new in the marketplace. Obviously, there's something about this, and if we can simply combine these 2 popular products, I think we can create something new that's still within the bounds of what we see that's working and offering something of value to the customer. Now, what's going to make this business possible is by utilizing a print-on-demand provider to print and ship out our product to our customers. And I like using Printify because they have a lot of print-on-demand products for you to sell. We can definitely create and sell and start listing these on our Etsy shop, and they make it so easy for you to create these as you get this seamlessly connected with Etsy, so that every time you get an order from Etsy, Printify gets all of the information so that you can actually get this printed and shipped out to your customers. Now I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below, but you can get started with Printify absolutely for free and really start a business where you can start making income online with Etsy. Now, they do have a premium version where you are able to get these products at a major discount. If I were to go to the sweatshirts here, you can see that this sweatshirt starts off at $17.62. But with Printify Premium, you can get this product at $12.98, therefore saving more money in your pocket in the long run and obviously increasing your profits. I'll make sure to leave all the information down in my description box below for you to make the best decision to see what is best for your print-on-demand business. Now, the place that we're going to grab our unique doodle font is coming from Creative Fabrica. This is a great place for you to find unique art styles, just not font designs, but different elements to use on your products as well. And specifically, we're looking at these doodle art designs for letters. So in order to find that, just simply plug in this term, doodle letters floral. Again, the emphasis here is floral. And when I hit search, you can see that we have a lot of different styles of floral designs we can use for our letters. This is basically a pack that provides you this cool type of art style with the letters, and this comes for all of the letters for you to spell out whatever word you want to spell out. We definitely want to utilize this type of doodle art design for that word grandma, because that's going to be the centerpiece of our design. From there, we'll add in some unique phrases to make our product stand out well. They have a lot to choose from, but the style that I want to go ahead and choose is this style right here. Now, as you can see, they already have some of these in place if you do want to focus on a particular person. And so just to speed up our process today, we're going to go ahead and utilize this one here, as it already has our word that we want to focus on, which is grandma. And this is going to be easy for us to just add to our design and create around what we already have here. So I think this will be a great addition to our overall product. Now, before we start designing, we want to head back over to Printify so that we know the proper size. We need to create our canvas before we design our product so that everything comes out well. So for that to happen, we'll go ahead and select this one here. So in our case today, we'll go ahead and go with Swift POD, as we do want to create something for the sleeve of our design. So we'll go ahead and select Start Designing. And as we're here, we have the options at the bottom so we know exactly what we're designing for. And so the print size that we want to focus on is 4200 by 4800 pixel. So that's what we want to put in our canvas area. And if we are designing for the sleeve, this is going to change. So now we have the different size here for the sleeve, which is 1181 by 4724. So just be mindful of that if you are planning to create a sleeve design, that it is a different pixel count as opposed to the front of the sweatshirt. Now, with that being said, let's jump over into Canva and let's create our front design for our sweatshirt. All right, so now that we are in Canva, we're going to head over the custom size here, and we're going to plug in the size we grabbed over from Printify for our sweatshirt, which is 4200, and we have the height by 4800. Now, make sure this is also set to pixels, because this is exactly the size that Printify gives us. And with that being said, we can go ahead and hit create. Now we know we have the proper canvas size for us to get the highest quality image and for us to get a perfect fit for our design once we upload this into Printify. So now we are in Canva. I want to go ahead and drag and drop over my grandma design that we found from Creative Fabrica over into our space here. As you can see, that came out extremely well. Now we can do this another way also, by grabbing those individual letters if we did find something that's different. But again, it's because this is easy, it's already in place, I think this would do great for us. Our next goal is to put in a popular phrase here, not the one that we already saw working well, but add in something different to our design to attract a new buyer. I want to head over to our text area here, and one of the phrases we found to work well is this phrase, my favorite people call me. Then we have the word grandma here, but then we're going to go down a little bit further and add in those specific grandchildren's name right here on the design itself. Now we can add in those names to the sleeve if we want to, but just for this video, we'll just keep it down at the bottom with those personalized names. So with that being said, let's first go ahead and add in our text here at the top. All right, so we have our text in play where we put my favorite people call me. But to make this a little bit different here, we're gonna go ahead and change the font. So we're gonna go up to the top here, and I have a font that I know has done extremely well for other products. So I add it here, and we have this at the top where it says my favorite people call me, and we added some names at the bottom here just as placeholders. Now be mindful as well that this is going to change based upon what particular name the customer gives you, but just as a placeholder, this is what we're going to have. And we can even separate this by little hearts just to make it stand out even more. We can go into the elements here, just search up heart, and we can select the heart here, change the color to black, and we can add this in just as a fill area for this. As you can see, that came out extremely well. And then once everything is done, I like to go ahead and just highlight everything and group it together so I know everything is in place. If I want to make it larger, I can. If I want to make it smaller, I can, but I know everything is in place. Now with these designs here, what I found to work well when we move them over into Printify is that we need to have this as high as possible. This is where we're going to have the neckline of the shirt or the sweatshirt right here. So if we have it in the middle here like this, then we will have to move this up anyway when we get over to Printify. So just to keep everything easy for us, we'll just add it to the top. Now with that being said, we can go ahead and download this as a PNG file so we can upload this into our Printify design. So we can head over to share, we'll hit download, we'll set this to PNG, and we'll say this as a transparent background, and we'll hit download. And now this is ready to be sent over into Printify to upload to our design. All right, so now we are back into Printify, and now we're going to upload our design to our listing that we have here. So we can head over to upload if you want to, but I like to simply drag and drop my design over into the printer area here. And you can see this is going to come out extremely well for us because we followed that print size that was given to us by Printify. As you can see here, that came out extremely well. Everything is lined up perfectly. We can see this also came out at a very high print resolution, which is perfect for our design space here. Now, if we do want to change our colors to our designs here or just to our product, we can head over to the different colors they have here, but for our case today, I think we'll stick with the color white that we have here. Another popular color to have is sand, but I think we have a great color here to add to our design. If I want to see what this looks like, I can head over to preview here, and I think this came out extremely well with the text here right in the middle with that doodle type floral style, and adding in that popular phrase at the top and a personalization at the bottom. Here is another mock-up as well, just to see how this will be printed out for our customers, and I think that came out extremely well. Now, if we do want to use our own mock-up, Etsy has a ton of mockups you can use for your print-on-demand products. Here is an example of a mockup here. One of the popular colors for these sweatshirts is the color sand or beige. So we want to drag and drop our design over here just like we did with Printify, but this one's going to be a mock-up image here. And as you can see, this is coming out extremely well even for this color, which I think is great to sell, both the white and the sand color here. Now, one of the things I like to do once I have my mock-up laid in place is to go to the transparency at the top and just bring this down to about 90, as that's going to make it look like it's printed right on the sweatshirt itself. But again, I think that came out extremely well. And as you can see, this didn't take us no time, right? We grabbed over a pre-made text design utilizing that doodle art and just added in some popular phrases around this and personalization to make this product stand out very well. And again, we took what worked well in other places and we added in some things here to make our own unique design. And I think this came out extremely well. So as you can see, creating these type of products is really easy once you know the designs you need to focus on and how to make sure these designs are in line with things we know that are selling extremely well on Etsy. And there are different variations you can definitely create and design to sell on Etsy. Now, in today's video, I didn't have time to go over how to set up an Etsy shop if you are new. However, I have a free Etsy course that will share with you everything you need to get started selling on Etsy. If you want to check out that free course, just simply put in the comment section below the word starter, and I'll make sure I send that over to you today. Now, check out this next video here where I share with you another top trending product you can sell on Etsy, and subscribe to my channel to learn more about how to sell online. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.